it's really important that you understand what your job is. Often I'm that player on my team, and in the beginning part of the game, I'm not focused on shooting. All right, I'm focused on if it's Brandon Short in front of me, or Arturo, or Tyler, Blake, whoever it is. I'm focused on helping him because I know his job, his goal is to get to the 50, whether it's on the snake side or the Dorito side. Like I said, there's always that bunker that you want to get to on each side that is the dominant bunker. All right, so I understand that his job is to get to that spot. My job is to help him get to the spot. So as soon as the game starts, my thinking is, okay, I'm trying to do a few things at once. I'm trying to manage them, make sure they don't get into that spot really quick, while at the same time helping my guy. And that comes from conversation, communication. Hey, Blake, who's keeping you in? Back center? Okay, give me a second. I'm going to get out to the corner and put him in for you. And then I'll make my move out to the corner. Blake, get ready. Come up. I got the back center, and it's time for him to go. Once he gets into the spot that we're trying to get to, now I start searching for kills as a mid player. Because all of their players are going to be focused on him. So if my teammate gets into this 50 snake, what does that do for everybody behind him? It opens up the entire field. Paintball's a game of angles, all right? So if my teammate's in this 50, that means that their players have to deal with him. They can't wrap the God bunker, which is like that tower behind the snake. They can't wrap all of that stuff and freely play all of our players back in this area. So it allows all of this space if a front player is playing it correctly. Now often, they'll just look inside, but if a front player is playing it correctly and applying pressure, it allows all of this space back here behind him to be used from the mid player to come in, search for shots. Like I could already see, it's really, really simple. If somebody's in that tower shooting at my 50 snake guy, I can sneak into one of these spots and shoot him in the loader while he's shooting at our front guy. That's how the mid player picks up kills. You help your guy get into a good spot, and then you make sure he's protected, and then you set up to find the people that are shooting at him. That's where those kind of kills come in. If you're the back player, the 3, you're the connector of both sides of the field. All right, you're usually in a middle spot. You're usually the one who has your eyes up off the break. You can see everything, and it's your job to connect information from the right to the left. I'm sure you guys have all been in this situation. If you're down and your head's down in the snake, it's sometimes really chaotic because you don't know where the people are. You either ran here off the break or you ran off the break, your head's down, you dive in, whether it's to the God or you make it to the snake. Once you get in here, not having information slows you down, am I right? But if you have the information, if your players behind you are sitting there feeding you all the information as you dive in here, now you can process things really quick. Say maybe there's nobody on the tape. I know when I dive in here, if I'm getting that information, I just crawl all the way down. Right? But if I don't have that information, I'm going to be kind of like playing it slow because I don't know if he's in here or not. And that's your mid player's job, to make sure you have that information. Getting information from here to the Dorito side, also really difficult. That's on the back player. All right? So he has to have the type of conversations back there like, hey Arturo, what do you have over there? Yeah, Snake 1 and God? Okay, cool. Yo, Blake, what's on your side? Back left, Dorito 3? All right. Breakdown, back left, Dorito 3, Snake 1, God. Ryan, where's the 5th body? Oh, you got a G? G1, okay, here's their 4. Those are the type of conversations you need to have. So there's different levels of communication. That's the highest level you can get to, okay? Basic communication is really simple, calling out positions. Back left, back right, it's valuable information and we gotta do it, but you wanna take the next step, okay? Back left shooting at me. Hey, where's back right looking? That's like mid-level communication. Now you're starting to have a little bit of conversation. But where you want to get to and where you see what separates the really good teams from the good teams is that communication, that teamwork. Because it allows you to put together a new game plan in the middle of the game, which needs to happen. Like I said, in paintball, there's so many variables that you can almost never expect a game plan to go 100% as planned. Right? So you might have your game plan set of getting to all your spots, shooting certain ways, locking off a certain zone. But 30 to 40 seconds into that game, you might lose a player or 2 players, and you have to readjust your game plan. And the only way that can happen appropriately is by communicating. If you're not communicating, there's going to be holes, and zones aren't going to get picked up. And then that's when you see the really quick points, and teams just dominate teams that are down bodies. All right? So this drill, I'm going to be looking for teamwork and communication, understanding your roles. And I'll see very clearly in your body language and what you're doing if you're playing your position correctly. It's going to be half field, snake side only, so you can play the back center and the center 50, but only the snake side of it. Okay, are we very clear on that?
No wrapping.
No wrapping.
Are we starting from the start gate?
Yes, we will start from the start gate. Sorry, dude. As a matter of fact, we start in our bunkers on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start in the back center, the god, and the corner. The god is this tower right here. All right, those will be the 3 positions. You guys should talk about it before you start. Who's going to be the first one in the snake? How are you going to attack this? What are you going to do? Again, as soon as somebody gets to the 50, I'm going to raise my hand and say 10 seconds. If I raise my hand and say 10 seconds and your team's not the one in the 50, do whatever you can to go bunker him. Don't let the time expire. All right? The drill is to get him off the field. Try something. It might work out. That's the only way you can learn how to attack and get creative with your moves is by trying stuff. Okay? Let's see. I think that pretty much covers it. I would like to put like a 2-minute-ish time limit on the game in general because these should be quick. Okay?
Hey Marcello,
Yes.
if, let's say, there's a first guy is in 50 snake, and then the opposite team bumpers in, but stays alive, does that restart?
Restarts at 10 seconds. Yes, good question. So if somebody's in the snake and you go take him down or you shoot him out and then it resets. Okay, so I'll be very clear with that on the sideline, so there should be no excuse. I didn't know he got into the 50. Pay attention, I'm over here. Okay? Any questions, guys?
Back center, God, and then what else?
Corner. Yep. Are we all very clear?
Yep.
Okay. So let's get into these. Forget those numbers you had before. We're going to some new ones. 1, 2.